guys, welcome. It's been amazing week and finally the weekend is here. My name is Mercy B, the one and only Akufi Princess. We are here to vibe with you as young ladies, we get to learn more. And the amazing thing today is that I have with me a reverend lady. Yes, of course. And she's very, very intelligent. And again, I have another young, intelligent lady who happens to be a business developer. My name is Mercy B, the Akufi Princess. And today, again, we'll be serving you with a beauty tips can Ketsi at Donko Next Level Premium Energy Drink. Mepacho, Akufi Princess, I've been nominated for Folkless Media Awards and we'll be giving you all the details to vote for me. Again, I've been nominated for Social Media Excellence Awards as the best TV host, and then we'll be giving you all the details. But let's go for a breather. When we come back, we get to introduce to you my guest and the topic to vibe. We'll be back. Welcome back. You're watching Girl Vibes right here on ETV Ghana. We are streaming live on Facebook at ETV Ghana. Yes, so make sure you drop all your comments right there to add in your voice. We are also live on HD Plus Decoder channel 114, and we're also live on Gold TV as well. Today I have with me, just as I said earlier, a lady reverend. Yes, her name is Lady Reverend Margaret Akosia Hahoshi. I hope I got it correct. Hey, I got it. She's an amazing woman. In fact, I'm loving her already. This is our first time meeting, but I think the vibe is really there. Rev, I hope you're doing well.
By the grace of God. Yourself?
Thank God. I'm doing great. I'm doing
Thank
great.
God.
I'm doing great. With the awards and all that, like those nominations, it's making me
more
blush in
blessings.
here.
More
Amen.
blessings.
Amen. Amen. This one you have to vote for me.
I will.
Thank you
I
so
will.
much. And I know today you're going to give us more of you, to teach us, to educate us more on our topic for today.
As the Spirit allows, I
Amen.
will.
Amen. I know the Spirit will do that.
Amen.
And again, I have with me Essie Nam. Yes, my sweetheart, my sweet friend. She's like a best friend, actually. Yes, she is. And she's a colleague as well. She is a business developer. Essie.
Hello there.
Akwaba.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Today we are going to talk about online dating, the good side of it, the bad side of it. Have you experienced it before, or are you now going to try to date online? So make sure you drop your comments on Facebook at ETV Ghana, and then I'll go through all that. But don't worry, very soon we'll start to be live, and then we get to pick all your calls and all that. Don't worry, but this time stick as a comment and drop it right there, okay? So let me start with our Lady Reverend, since she's here. We are blessed with a Reverend today. But Rev, if you don't mind, can you tell us just a little about yourself? We know you're a Lady Reverend. Where do you fellowship and all that?
Okay, so just as you said, I'm Margaret Akosia Ahoshi.
Okay.
And also I belong to the royal family of the Tamuklus from Ave Afiadenigba. I'm a woman of God, a servant of God. I'm a relationship coach and also into youth leadership. So there's a youth organization, I think an NGO, that I happen to be the director of programs for. So we are trying to, times are not really favoring us, but we are believing God to walk us through the challenges of life. So that's a bit about me.
That's great. Now tell us, let's start on the topic. Like I mentioned, we are talking about online dating today. Let's go back to your time when you were young like me, Mercy B, in your, let's say from your teens to your early 20s, thereabout. How was dating like?
This is what I suspect Mercy is making me look like. I'm very old. Mercy, I'm just like you. That's just by the way. Okay, so I think that there's a vast difference looking at what is happening on social media today. Our time, okay, so when in the, I think late 80s, early 90s to the early 2000s, I mean, we were doing pen pal, more of pen pal. So maybe you have a mate or a classmate, course mate who is traveling somewhere to another country, then you write to them. Then then we have a special writing pad, So you look out for the one that is catchy, especially the one that has love, something, flowers, something nice. So you write, you are happy to walk to a post office nearby, post your letter, but you have to wait for 3 months to maybe get a response. Sometimes it can take like 6 months before you get a
Half
response.
a year.
Yeah, and when you get the response, like you are in class or somewhere, you hear that you receive a letter, like you'll be jumping up and down, because it's not everybody who's got that chance to receive messages from someone outside or in another school, even in Ghana. And then there are those that because the girl or guy comes from a street background, those days parents were very strict. So you have to go hiding behind the window, some uncompleted building, some tree in the house, closer to the house. The guys especially will be blowing some whistle, and I don't know how to do that thing. So then they will do that to get the attention of the person they want to date or talk to. And then we have those that they know the younger ones of their respective woman or significant other, let me put it that way. They will give a token, because I have taken tokens, because I have 6 brothers, so all of them.
Hey.
Yeah, I've taken a lot of tokens.
Like 6.
They will send me, so
do you
they
still
have
have
to.
them, or you've used them already?
Oh, sometimes it's not money.
Like,
They'll give you chocolate, toffee, or something.
Chocolate and toffee.
You know, those days we have alewa, the black and white
Black
toffee.
and white, yeah.
So I made toffee. So they'll give you all of those things. Then Katikate what predominant. It's like those days we really enjoy that one. And you know, I don't know if you know about Poki. We have Poki.
Yes.
So they'll give you stuff like that just for you to go call them their loved ones. And it was so nice, because at the end of the day, you also benefit. Even though you are not dating, you get to enjoy, you know. And there are those who also turn themselves to communal laborers. They have to go and do some job in the around just to get that notice, like busybody, Obi and Suman here. But maybe got a big weekend, so they have to help. And so in order to talk to the lady, so that the father does not suspect something is happening. So that is how our time was, really. And sometimes we are going to fetch water. Like, I grew up in the village, so I could see my big cousins, so we are going to fetch water. And then some guys will be running behind us. Sometimes they'll even carry the water for them.
You.
Yes, because they want to toast you or they want to talk to you. So it was really fun. In the evening, you sit by the far side and some people will come pretending to tell you story. And they just want an attention. You see people moving out of the circle and all of that. So for our time, it was very good, and it didn't have much of physical touch. What people call, excuse me, I don't know if I'm allowed to use the word. It wasn't sexual. So people were dating, people were talking, they were in love, they like each other, the vibe was there, but they were not so sexual. So it was devoid of sexual. I'm not saying that they don't do that, but the percentage was just minute, minimum, compared to what happens today in the dating world. So our time was so sweet. I mean, the guy will have to chase you for a long time. You have to flex your muscles.
Was it not stressful?
You know, it wasn't.
You know,
it was
going
fun.
to work for attention
No,
and all that.
but you know, guys are hunters, so they want to hunt. So, and those times, you see, the men were coming to the women. It was just a few women who want to chase after a guy they like. But most of the time, it was the guys in school. And you know, sometimes in school, secondary school, I was punished because my senior thought that I was dating the boyfriend, which was not the case. The guy just liked me because I was in house 4. And so because I was in house 4, I was so good. And then he likes me, so she thought. So some people will even punish you for going after their friends. But today it's not like that. The women are chasing, the men are chasing.
Online,
I'm tempted to say that even the women are chasing more than the men these days because of the online. So I think our time is fun. It was fun compared to today.
I see. Let's come to our time. Now. How is it like?
So I think she's really mentioned some of the things that are happening now. Now we are very bold online. We have access to a lot of people that we may not, like, generally, if we are walking on the streets, we will not meet. So it's giving us the opportunity to engage more people, and also like what we say, just slide into the DM. So sliding into the DM has become a very easy way of communicating. Now, you know, for online like this, I mean, you're chatting online, you get to know more about the person, that you don't necessarily have to meet the person and have a discussion or sit somewhere and talk. It's only when you feel that you are comfortable, you are good to meet the person now that you move to the next step. So and then also when it comes to like what she said about ladies chasing and all that, see, ladies have become very bold. Like, if I remember in class last week, sorry if my colleague sees this, but like a lady was like, no, I have a crush on this guy, and the guy is in class. I have a crush on him, like for the whole class to know that she had a crush on the guy. So I think the level of boldness has gone up, and I don't know what the next generation is going to give us, but
our time is
very but I mean, regardless, even though I don't think that it has moved that into a certain negative. It's just giving us the level, a certain kind of made us more confident. Exactly. So I don't think it's a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, seeing that there's everything is just at the fingertip. You don't have to stress or do a lot of things just to get what you need.
Okay, Rev, let me come to you again. Now, you have seen it all, you've heard it all. Being a reverend, a reverend lady, people come to you, they find, solutions from you. Let's take it from migrating from the traditional stage where people will have to, write pen pals, go back to clean gutters, blow and all that to get attention of the lady or the man. It was more of the men going to the ladies. Now it's suddenly migrated to online. What do you think is the reason why people now even prefer online dating to the traditional way?
Well, I don't think it started now, because maybe I left something out. Even back in the days, the late 90s to the early 2000s. I mean, we have what we call the Yahoo. So Yahoo Messenger. So that's all we call it. So you go to the cafe. That is when we have a lot of cafes around. You go to the cafes and then you see people talking to people. So maybe it has just grown over time. And now the world is really a global village. A global village in a sense that you don't get to see all the 7 billion inhabitants on Earth, but we get to interact somehow. So now, because of online, Mercy B will be in the UK. I'm in Australia, we are talking. Because of online, Estinam is in Ghana. I mean, she's in Accra. I'm in Takoradi. We are talking, but we don't get, the difference is that we don't get to see each other. And sometimes the photo or images display out there might not really be the case. There are faces behind faces. So for me, I don't even really take into consideration the pictures you see. So I would say just talking to somebody virtually, you just talk to the person. You are taking some high risk to talk to people. But the traditional way, you don't take such risk, because you know the person you are dealing with. And so if you don't like it, you don't like it. Because online, people will tell you they are these, they'll send you nice images. You get to know that, oh, even excuse my language, this person is disabled. Nobody is shaming disabled. Nobody is saying that disabled are not human beings. That's not the point. But I believe in being yourself,
Being real,
being genuine, have integrity, so you don't go deceiving people. So there's so much danger. Although the traditional dating has it good, bad, or ugly, but when you compare to the online, there's a lot of things to talk about. But of course, some people at the younger age will want to go online. But I still believe that once there is God, you don't need to be online. You will still find your partner.
But can God lead us to online to meet?
Yeah, God can lead us. But the question is, do you put your relationship before God like any other thing? That is one thing that we don't do as human beings. I've done some search, I'm in school, I'm doing theology, so I take time to study a lot of things about human beings. Most of the time, when you need money, you take it to God. You need job, you go to God. But when it comes to relationship, how many people really take time, go to God before they move? We move ahead of God. So if you move ahead of God, don't blame God. So I think that if for those that it's working for, I'm sure they move with God and character. So if you don't move with God and good character, whether traditional, whether online, you can go to heaven, come back, go wherever you go. Without God, you might not get it right. So the God factor is key in getting it right.
That's great. Now let me come to Essie now. Let's talk about finding a suitable person online. Is that difficult, or talking about it's being easy? How easy is that? I'll come for you to answer. But let's quickly go for a breather. When we come back, we get to talk. We'll be back. Yes, thanks to Adonko Next Level Premium Energy Drink for our beauty tips for today. I know you've learned a lot. So whenever you need energy, whenever you're stressed up, when you need more vim to work, make sure you purchase Adonko Next Level Premium Energy Drink. Rev, when the people come for counseling and they need more energy, please buy them Adonko Next Level Premium Energy Drink.
Do you have alcohol in it?
No, this one contains no alcohol. It is not alcoholic.
Okay.
But you have to be 18 years and above. If you're pregnant, you don't have to drink Adonko Next Level Premium Energy Drink. For bulk purchase, please contact them on 020-489-8698 or 059-2610-998. Today we are talking about online dating, the good side, the bad side of it. How well has it even helped you personally? Have you dated? I have. I tried actually, but but the person was good anyway. I'll share with you my experiences. Anyway, I'll do that. But I don't know about Rev. Did you ever during your days?
Oh my goodness.
Share with us, Rev. We want to know.
You know, right from school, let's say GHS, throughout all my education up to the tertiary level, I used to be tagged the creepy type. So when it comes to relationship, I don't have that much exposure. But I would say that I've been in the media space. I mean, when I used to be an active journalist back in 2006 up to, I think, 20-something, 12 or somewhere. So I know that occasionally I come on programs such as this, and then after the program, a lot of people got to know you. They'll go and search you on social media. They go straight to your DM. They want to be friends. So because of what I do, I kind of have that empathy or want to be open to all as a woman of God. And the next minute, it's not like you are dating, but the next minute, the things that pops up, sometimes they will give you the impression they need counseling. And then you try to hear them. I don't give my numbers out. I mean, I keep it intact. But let's say, excuse me, on Messenger, then there's a phone call. The next thing you see, some man somewhere will be showing you their, excuse me, their manhood, their nakedness, their under the shower, a whole lot of stuff. So I can imagine what people go through. Even that is not even dating. But look at what happens. So imagine if it's dating. I don't know what happens in the dating world. But there was one guy that I liked. We were not dating really, but I liked him. He was good, and then George was so good. And
you even have his name in mind. That means the guy was good.
George Williams, I can remember that name. He was so good. I don't know if they go to school to train in the way they deal with people. So every morning when you wake up, you'll be tempted to fall for the guy. That's what I'm saying, he's good. I didn't date him. Okay. But in the morning I wake up, I see a loving message. In the afternoon, in the evening. So this guy for like 3 months, back to back, morning, afternoon, he has the time. He will talk to you. But I wasn't moved. I'm not the type, so because there were doubts that I was having. And I believe in my instinct because that's how God talks to me. So I know there was something fishy about the guy.
You thought you were going to be catfish?
At a point, he wants to invite me to the UK. Then at a point, he wants to see my fingers. He's going to the Jewish. I'm like, George, we are not dating. We are friends. You wanted a friend. We are friends because I'm in a relationship. So there's no way we
can. He was speeding up things.
Don't worry, I will take good care of you. And he even put somebody's, I think one of the Hollywood actors, their picture, somebody's picture, actually on his profile. So a tattoo, and I love tattoo, although I'm a pastor. I love tattoo. So when I saw the body, I like the guy. So we're good friends. And at a point, he says he sent something to me. Oh, in the morning, somebody called me with a Ghana number. You have to deposit 600 Ghana cedis to get a package from George Williams. I'm like, a package? And if I were there, he says if you don't pay, you are taking it. But I'm like, okay. So before then, when I was talking to him, the speed it was too real. I know in real relationship, it doesn't run smooth. You will have some obstacles. So I spoke to a friend at the police headquarters and says I should be on my guide. The moment the person asks for money, it means it's a scam.
Of course.
So I did that, and I said I don't have money. So I spoke to him. He said he's going to call, and then something. Then later I realized that he was lying, and now he wants to blackmail me. He knows my church. He's going to do this. I'm like, Christ came for sinners.
Of course.
So if you go out there thinking that because I've been talking to you, so you're going to blackmail me for what? We are not dating. I've not done anything that, even if you go to my church, they will say they are taking off my title as a reverend, because the reverend came from God, called me, and I've been ordained. So nothing will undo that ordination. So then he quickly blocked me. I told him I'm taking him to headquarters. I'm reporting him to my the police headquarters, the criminal investigation department, so that they'll investigate him. And I'll give all his handles out. Then he blocked me from social media, all the handles. Then everything went up, just like that. So that was the experience, but we're not dating really. So even if I'm not there, I wasn't dating him. How much more those who are dating? You can imagine the things that go on, because I understand some people do phone sex and a whole lot of things that I don't have an experience in it. But I talk to a lot of people who share their experience. It is that bad, although the good side is there. But I would say that the bad outweighs the good. So I will always go for the traditional dating.
Okay. Let me come to Esinam. Before the break, yes, I asked Esinam a question, but, it came that I had to ask, Rev, pardon me for that one. So, Rev, let's see. I was asking you that finding a suitable person, and just as Rev experienced, she was almost being catfished. How difficult or easy is it to find a suitable partner online?
So I think that finding someone is some kind of risk. There's a risk involved. Now it's like investments. You don't know what you're going to get. But you're taking that risk because you're hopeful that you may get something good out of it. So with online dating or meeting someone online, I feel it's just a level of risk to find out, okay, we may find someone good, may not find someone good, but you're just open to that opportunity. And I think that it's in a way kind of not anyway pushing people out of the digital space. But and then also with the negative perception that may also be running out there. I mean, there's a lot of information online because people have the easy platform to share information. So that's how come like this people are sharing a lot of some of the negative ones, which is kind of dimming the light of the positive ones. Because people also go online, they find good people, and probably in the time, like maybe late 90s, but before we were born, let me say that. Probably before we were born.
Let's take it to Rev's time, when Rev was in their heydays.
So probably those times, probably they also had their share of, the negative impact.
Yes, definitely.
But
we did.
Yeah, but you won't see it being spread because they didn't have that kind of platform that we have now, that things can just move.
Are just on their tips now.
So I think that there's a risk. If you want to try it, it's fine to try. And it's just your personal decision. You do it or you don't do it, and that's it.
Okay, so I tried, and I had it in both ways. One, I was being catfished. My 1,000 cedis was gone for free. Yeah, I was then in tertiary. It was that bad. I had to. Not me before at the moment, and then my roomie Amma, I had to go to Amma and tell Amma, I need this money. And the guy, I don't know, maybe because I was so young, we used to talk, like we went deep, we were talking. I was so lucky. Like when it comes to me sharing with you my naked pictures and all that, it's very difficult for me to do that. He demanded for them. He was sending me pictures. Like he made me feel like I'd find a British, guy. He was calling continuously, even during lectures time. Like this guy will call continuously. I believed him. And one day I was just there, I received a call from a Ghanaian number, just as you had. So when you were saying, I was like, okay, so it looks like they have the same line.
Yes.
The person called me and he was speaking fancy like myself. Oh, worship and Zamama, what takrade haba. Like, takradio. I was like, okay, it was in Zamani if takradia bakra. And a whole lot of, they needed 1,000 cedis to ship the thing. I didn't think. Like, I always regret this. And I was fast about it. I was a laptop nanda man. I sent the 1,000 cedis to them.
Why is it always laptop or something?
He said laptop and those things. I fell for the guy. Like he was so his time. He had time for me, and that time because I was young. I was then around 21 thereabouts, you know. So I just wanted to experience. It was that bad. After paying that 1,000 cedis to them, I tried calling. I called several times, and it was like.
But now you don't do that.
But I suspected one guy in my class. I don't want to mention his name, but I thought he was the one that did that thing to me, honestly. And then I had the second one, which was good. You know, I almost got married through online dating. His name was Ahmed. He was so sweet. You know, there was this Lebanese guy. We met on Badu. You know, it was so sweet. We almost got there. I was being introduced to his parents and everything. Just that I was then 23. I didn't want to marry at that time. So I told him, I was honest with him. I told him. But we were friends even after he was 30. So he got married and we're still friends until I lost my contact. So no more links. And I've moved on and he's also married. So there are good side. Now we've spoken about more of the negative and I have given one of the positive side of meeting. After losing that 1,000, I met Ahmed who also helped me in many, many ways. Many ways. He was a good person.
Thank God for Ahmed.
Yeah.
So you got the 1,000 back.
More than the 1,000, you see.
Yes.
So I also want to know from you. You talk to ladies. Let's share with some of the good side of dating online.
Okay, so before I go to the good side, I want to say that whichever dating or whatever you are doing, the God factor is key. For it to work, you need to go to God. And the character, building a good character, is also another key. So, yes, there are people that I was even talking to your producer the other time about one of my mates. We attended DHS, Airport Police GSS together. She met somebody online. The guy says, within a month, I'm coming to marry you.
Oh, wow. And he came for real?
He's a gym.
Wow.
He's a great guy.
Wow. Wow.
He married her within a month.
Wow.
They've been married, I think, more than 10 years.
Wow.
They have 2 children.
Wow.
And they are living at Kumasi.
Wow.
So it is good. I know of another lady who is in Germany now. She's married to the person. Yes, they started as friends. That's as I was saying. Sometimes you have to be friends. She didn't even have the mindset of going there to look for love because she had been heartbroken and she just wants to be active so that she thought of killing herself. So I told her, look, just be open, make friends and go online, just talk to people, interact. I'm not saying go and look for love, but interact. So in the process, somebody was talking to her and then it turned out good. She's in Germany now. She has 3 children. They have been married like 12 years.
Still online.
So they are doing so, and others. So, and you know, I did a search, and I realized that the good before it was around 15%. That was in the early 2000s. But now it has moved to about 45 to 50% good. So there are good men out there.
Online.
Everywhere you can meet a good man. People meet at the funeral. People meet at weddings. People meet anywhere.
Even in the washrooms.
Even in the Trotsky's, people are meeting, and so it's about the God factor. But there's something that we don't do. We don't ask God before we go looking out for these partners. If it comes to education, job, money, we always cry to God. But how many people go to God before going for that kind of partner? I'm not saying women should not go, a man or a woman. If you want to start dating or you are looking out for that, where people will say Mr. Right or Miss Right. Do you pray about it? I believe if you put God first and you ask God about it and you have a good character, you don't have a bad mind yourself, what are you giving? Because you can't give what you don't have. So you should give something good, because the other person at the other side is also monitoring you. So if you go with a genuine heart, I'm sure, and with God's guidance, you find a good partner online. It's working for people. Even because the traditional dating fails as well. The one you know, it fails. Sometimes it works. And I want to even bring this, I think the one gospel musician is big in Ghana. I think Joe Mettle. The other day he was talking about how he met his wife.
Is it Joe Mettle that you're talking about?
Yeah, Joe Mettle. How he met his wife online. I'm sure the wife was not online for marriage. She didn't even know. She was just appreciating the work of God in Joe Mettle. But you see how God did it. So it works. It works. If somebody like Joe Mettle could find the partner, life partner online, I believe any other person could, but you should do it well. Go with clear mind. Don't go out there thinking you're going to get money. Go with a good heart. Build character. Respect people. And I think you can be lucky.
So there are still good people online. I mean, just pray, just as Rev is saying, and you may find your good partner or your suitable Mr. Right online. We'll be back after this break.
They even think God does not exist, so they can do what they like. But if you are in Christ, you are a new creation. You need to live like Christ. I don't see in the Bible anything like that Christ portrayed to us as people. So as a woman, as I said, Aketesia, you need to be decent. So being decent, don't go show yourself to anybody out there. As you are saying, even the video, you know, George would talk to me like a white man. I don't know how he did it.
Yeah, they have a way.
And you'll be driving with other whites. Yes, I don't know.
They have a way of doing it. I think
Meanwhile,
they have
the guy
other
was
apps.
right in Ghana.
They have some apps that they use for that.
You'll be driving, you will see some white people behind the car. He's driving to a place and all of that. Meanwhile, the person is a Ghanaian. He's living in Ghana.
Wow.
You get the point. So even with the video, you can do all of that. If the person is not for you, it's not for you. That's what I'm saying, that let's go the godly way. Let's ask God. I'm not saying that it is bad going online, doing online dating, but the risk there outweighs that of the traditional.
So do you think we should bring back the traditional way? Yes, now.
Oh, I thought you were going to ask.
I'll go to Reverend. I'm coming to you this time.
I really love what she's saying. Okay, so I think that from our standpoint, like we've had a taste of both worlds. I remember way back in junior high where
we used to write pals. I remember.
And I remember when a guy wrote a love letter on money. And
on money.
Yeah, so it's like trying to show that I'm a big boy. There's money at home. And then my brother took the money and was like, so why didn't you write it on like the big, so I think at that time it was
20,000, 10,000.
So if you wrote it on a 10,000, why didn't you write it on a 50,000? We can see the impact of the seriousness. But anyway, not just by the way, but I think that, with the traditional one, there's more of suspense. So it gives you some kind of chills and some level, some kind of feeling.
The traditional one.
With the traditional one, when it comes to like messaging or sharing messages, sharing, the love messages, for example.
The teddy bears.
And the teddy bears and all the gifts and everything.
The underwears.
And like now, it's like just text away. You get a text in the morning, get a text out. So, like it's taking that aspect of that feeling, that butterfly, in a way, it's taking that away.
Out of your bellies.
Yeah. So, like, seriously, that's one of the things. I was chatting with a friend recently, and I feel like that's one of the things that I really wish it comes back, where maybe you decide with your partner, like, okay, let's not text.
Okay.
Let's just write ourselves letters. So,
is it not going to be stressful?
No, like, how would it be stressful? Like,
for 3 months, you'll be waiting for a letter.
Oh, I don't think it would happen.
Now
like
I think
that
it has.
I think now it'll be easier.
Yeah.
Especially probably if you are, I'm sure Ghana Post doing it. Or maybe you can just do it and give it to a delivery guy. So like, I mean,
to
to
this
me,
hailing card to deliver for you.
Yeah,
So interesting.
it's not like, cause that
John, can you take this one?
that is if it's possible, you know, or maybe this have a different kind of agreement or something. But I mean, things are easier now. If you love someone, you love someone. But this is one of the things that I feel like if we really had that again, like it has. I don't know if you remember, but it has some kind of feeling like waiting on a letter. Some you know. But I mean, it may not happen this day.
And they used to send us cards. I remember, I don't know whether it was within Ref's time.
Cards,
we used to decorate them in our
Greeting
dormitories.
cards.
Valentine card, birthday cards.
It's been a while.
Get well cards. You're not feeling.
I'm on my feet. Them cards will be patrol. All do them time. I want my cards. We miss them.
You know, it comes with a teddy bear and then chocolate on the side with the candy.
So if you enjoyed your time,
Then you get the emojis online. You have the
the
heart pumping like that.
Yeah,
You have all of
it
that.
doesn't give you that. I don't know. You get it, right?
Yeah. But you see, that, Charlie, I think we need to bring back the traditional time.
Well, if you ask
Certain
me, I
aspect.
would disagree on that one.
Mm-hmm.
The world has evolved.
Of course.
We are in a global village. It's a digital world.
Of course.
There's no way we can go back or turn the hands of time. Because even now, church is digital.
Of course.
Church is online. You know, growing up in the late 80s, when I gave myself to Christ over 28 years or so, something. It's a long time. So those days we do crusade every 1 kilometer, every community, Fridays especially, all night, no bisa and a whole lot. But these days you don't get to see them. Okay, everything is being shifted.
Share the link.
COVID. Share the link. So everything is happening online. Businesses are happening online. So somebody, even schools. I'm in school, okay, and I'm doing theology. I school online every evening, 6 to 8:30. I'll be on Zoom, online learning. So everything is online now. So the point is that we can do the online dating if only we take our time. There are good people out there because, you know, in God's mind, although in the beginning we don't have technology, but God has everything covered. He knew everything from the beginning, the middle to the end. I'm sure he knew about this time we are in. And so we just have to go right, do the right things, check on ourselves, take it slow. If people have done it and it works for them, of course it can work for anybody. So I'm not also saying that that is where we have to find our partners. But who knows, your partner might be online. Okay, your partner might be online, so we cannot say that let's go back to that. For me, these days I can't even read hard copies. I like the online reading, everything, because none of my course handouts are hard copy. All of them are online that you read and you are off.
So we can merge with your final words. I think our time is
all right. So what I'm saying is that it's good to date online, but let's take it slow. Let's go with God. And then let's go with good character, and then God will see us through.
And I think again you've forgotten the greetings, eh?
The greetings, okay. So greetings to the viewers. I forgot to greet them earlier on. Greetings to my family. Greetings to everybody that is watching us. Thank you and God bless you.
And thank you so much. We feel so honored for having you today. And you've been a blessing, I must say, for coming today. Listen now, your final words.
So I think that everyone in their choice, their opinion. Like Rev said, do what you love, and if it works for you, it works for you.
Okay.
Be open-minded and be careful.
Exactly.
Be very careful out there. And yeah, that's it. And greetings to my family, my colleagues. Greetings to my best friend. And I mean, we hope they learn something from because I have learned a lot. Even though I'm on this stage, but I've learned a lot.
Personally, I have. Trust me.
I'm sure they've learned a lot as well. So
I've also learned a lot today, I must say, and I know you watching us today. We've been a blessing to you. Today we just didn't have a show we had a blessing. Because marriage is a union that God blesses. And before you get to marry, you need to go through dating. It's a whole process. You know, you need to know the person. But in doing all this, now we know due to technology, online has been a blessing as well. It makes things easy. You get to meet people there. There are still genuine people online, but please, that's the word, just as Esina mentioned, you need to be careful. Know the person well. Don't be like me. Way back in the days, I would want 1,000 cities. Trying to be on catfish. Reverend, can you even laugh? So thank you for watching the show. Thanks to my crew, to Rashida. Yes, tomorrow we are laying down your dad. Shazin, Yame, on count the way Bushafung in home. My producer lost her dad not long ago. So, Yamen can home. Now, on Chichi Bushafung in that. That was even a friend. So, we'll be coming, we'll mourn with you. And to Auntie Mary, thank you so much for being a blessing. Charlie, Auntie Mary, Adobe Bridge. Johnny John, my one and only director. Peter. I sing with Peter Michio, you know yourself. And to all my camera crew, thank you so much. And thanks to everyone for watching this show. Thanks to Chana Shito, thanks to Adonko Next Level Premium NJ. We are out. Thank you. My name is Miss Vivi, Kofi Princess. Yes, to Justice. Hey, my sweetheart. Oh, my one and only sound man. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. And keep watching ETV. We out.